Hi everybody, today we're talking all about luxury. Luxury fashion, what luxury is, how to get it, and how not to spend money needlessly on something that is considered luxury but really isn't. Coming up. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about luxury. What is luxury even? And I Googled, and so I'm going to share with you the definition that seemed pretty pervasive across different sites. And that is, luxury is the state of great comfort and extravagant living, great comfort provided by expensive and beautiful things. Okay, now luxury when it comes to fashion is a little different in that it means quality materials, high quality craftsmanship, exclusivity, and small production runs. So things that are rare and very high priced are considered luxury in fashion. Also, timeless design and style and excellent customer service are all part of luxury when it comes to fashion. And one of the things that is probably the most important when it comes to true luxury is comfort. Ultimate comfort is part of luxury. There's a quote that says, if it isn't comfortable, it isn't luxury. And today I'm coming to you in an Oscar de la Renta silk caftan. I don't know how much you can see on camera, but this is exquisite, okay? It was, I inherited it from my aunt when she passed away. And it's 100% silk. It's, the craftsmanship is just beautiful. It's a very fine silk, and if you can even see, this is a zipper, and it is so completely matched that the pattern is perfect. Now that's quality craftsmanship. This is 100% silk. I can't tell you how soft and luxurious it feels. And it's caftan, so it's a long, robe thing. I do believe this zipper goes all the way down, so you could wear it as a kimono as well. To me, this is pure luxury. I have no idea what she spent on it, but she did spend a lot of her money at Neiman Marcus, and I have no doubt it was very expensive. So, luxury, rare, high quality craftsmanship and high quality material. That's real luxury. Let's talk about what people think luxury is and where not to spend your money needlessly. And when we talk about luxury and fashion, one of the things that probably comes to your mind, and now it does to mine, is handbags, designer handbags. And because my aunt passed recently, I had a lot of things to sell at the Real Real. And the Real Real is high-end designer resale. And so they came and 88 pieces they took. My aunt really liked brands like Iskander. Do you know Iskander? That's a very high-end brand I had not heard of. That is kind of like big, oversized clothing. That is really expensive. So she had a lot of Iskander, Jean Paul Gaultier, she had Tom Ford, she had Chanel, she had Dior, everything, right? So what happens when you go to sell these things is it's kind of like a car. Like if you go to buy a new car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, you've just lost a whole bunch of money because now it's used, right? It's kind of the same with high-end fashion. So when you go to sell it, you're getting way less than half, and then because unless you sell it yourself on a site like Poshmark or something like that, eBay, you're paying out quite a lot in commission to, in this case, the Real Real. So by the time you go to sell something that, let's say she spent over $1,000 on, you maybe get $50, and that depends. Because what they do is if it doesn't sell right away, they start discounting it and discounting it and discounting it, so that after a while, you might get $5 for a $1,500 piece. So as far as investments go, handbags, if they're genuine and they're somewhat rare, will resell pretty quickly at a pretty high price. So that is not a bad thing to buy if you love that kind of thing and you are planning to resell it down the road or give it to someone who will. But I'm going to show you a couple of handbags that I want to talk about and explain why they're not so great. Many years ago, the designer handbag dupe thing started, where they began making copies of designer bags that were so good that it was almost impossible to tell the difference between the real thing and the not real thing. And as that happened more and more, the value of the real designer bags should have gone down. It really hasn't, though. And that's different in the diamond market, by the way, because lab-created diamonds have gotten so good, it's bringing the price of real diamonds down. Okay, so it's just interesting. The whole luxury market is like this whole other, it's a whole other, very psychological, very psychological. Okay, so let's talk for a minute about this Chanel medium flap bag, okay? This is well known, right? And you know this bag all over the world, the Chanel medium flap. This is a caviar leather, by the way. It comes in both gold or silver hardware, and we have the silver here. And so this bag, the medium flap Chanel, right now is selling for somewhere between $10,000 and $13,000. Okay, $10,000 and $13,000 for this bag. Okay, now it is leather. It is well made, but the cost to make it is nowhere near $13,000. All right, problems with this bag. There's no room in it. I don't know if you can see in. Okay, but today when you're going to be carrying your cell phone and anything else, there's hardly any room in this bag. So practicality wise, it's not so great. Plus, it's on the heavier side, and I don't know about you, but I don't really like carrying heavy bags because it just gets uncomfortable after a while. I do like the strap, I have to say. But it's just not all that great for, $13,000, you can buy a car, Anyway, the other issue with this bag is that everyone has it. And so that exclusivity and the rarity thing is gone. And people who are truly really rich, unless it's a rare version of a bag from Chanel, they're not interested in general. The other issue with luxury is that the people buying it are not the really, really rich. They are the upper middle class or the middle class who are trying to look rich. So essentially, buying luxury is a psychological thing that is intended to kind of make you feel better, make you feel richer, even though it makes you poorer to buy it, right? Anyway, so Louis Vuitton is the other brand known as, luxury, of course. And here I have the Louis Vuitton Never Full tote. I have never filled it, so they're right there. And when it comes to the Louis Vuitton tote, and a lot of the Louis Vuitton bags in general, this is not leather. They do not use leather. It's a canvas, which, is fine, and it lasts, and it wears well, but it's not leather, right? So you're paying for the Louis Vuitton logo all over the place. Apparently the craftsmanship is really, really good. If you ever went to that Louis Vuitton exhibit where they show you the ladies, actually sewing by hand all of these little stitches, the craftsmanship is good. But as far as the materials go, this is a canvas bag. Okay, you could get a canvas bag at TJ Maxx or Ross or Marshall's, just as nice, for what, $50 maybe? I believe that the Never Full Tote now is somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000, but don't quote me on that. It's canvas. So you're paying for the logo and you're paying for the bad cred of having a designer bag. It's not real luxury. The other thing about luxury and shoes would be, for example, Louboutin, right? I have 2 pair of Louboutin shoes. One is just the typical black with the sling back and the slightly open toe. Everyone has those shoes. They're beautiful, but they're very uncomfortable, and so I hardly ever wear them. And then I have another pair of Louboutin shoes that are rare, and I call those luxury. They hurt too, you know, and what Louboutin says is that if you want comfort, wear an athletic shoe. Actually, it makes those now too. So, I mean, you know, Christian, we would like both. In order for it to be luxury, we would like comfort and beauty. So if you could do that, that would be fabulous. Let's send notes to Christian Louboutin. Hey, Christian. I guess the moral of this story is if you're really, really rich, you have things made for you. You buy brands like Jada Dubai, okay, FP Born for watches. Brands that, you know, most people don't even know about because they're more exclusive. Celine is more of an exclusive brand that very wealthy people buy. It's not that wealthy people don't buy the Birkins. You know, for example, I met Barbara Davis. Barbara's very, very wealthy. And when I met Barbara, she had a lavender Birkin bag that looked custom made for her and a matching lavender cardigan to the lavender Birkin bag, you know, and I'm like, okay, and she had such style too. She's still with us. You look at that and you're like, wow, okay, that's wealth, luxury that looked bespoke or handmade for her. The other thing about luxury is that it's also personal taste, what you find beautiful, and that's gonna vary for everyone. I knew this woman who, she had a Jaguar that was kind of decked out and she had it custom painted. Her last name was Lane. And so on the door, like you go to open the handle and right above the handle, it said Lady Lane in like script painted on the Jaguar. I'm like, okay, I mean, that's bespoke luxury. So for this video, I guess as a takeaway is this quote, and that is, if it isn't comfortable, it isn't luxury. And if you are squeezing yourself into things that are too tight, or shoes that are causing you pain, or clothing that is supposedly in, but it doesn't suit you, then it isn't luxury. And it isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. So that's it for this video. If you got anything from it, please like and subscribe and join us. And comment, do you buy designer things? Do you buy luxury handbags, luxury clothing, silk caftans? You know, like, do you spend your money on these things? And if you do, how does it make you feel? And does it feel as good to have the things as it does to get the things? Okay, there's another quote, and this is Karl Lagerfeld, and he said, it isn't the having, it's the getting. Okay, so it's the search, it's the find, it's the get, but once you have and it's just in your closet, it tends not to be as satisfying as the process of getting. So let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for watching, and come and see me again really soon.